Well, folks, it's time to kick it old school. So you can feel cool. Give it to me, baby. Yeah.
Hi guys, welcome to this video. Today we're going to be talking about VertCoin. So today is probably the best day to talk about coins like VertCoin. Last week we saw the culmination of what was the largest manipulation of the cryptocurrency market ever. Outside of central governments doing their thing, a small group of people were able to hold the entire market in a coma for a relatively long period of time. You know, Satoshi's original vision of Bitcoin was one that was counter to the monolithic power structures, the Bilderbergs, the central banks that allowed the world economy to implode in 2008. But to that end, I highly doubt that industrial Chinese mining farms fit into Satoshi's vision for a decentralized peer-to-peer payment network. For those who don't know, currently Bitcoin mining, the process that secures the Bitcoin network, is dominated by ASICs, or application-specific integrated circuits. ASICs are machines, and they do one thing very well, extremely well. Think about your toaster. It does one thing very well, burning bread, but really nothing else. Bitcoin ASICs are the same way. They mine Bitcoin. That's it. ASICs require specialized engineering and hardware, and as such, they are expensive to develop and to buy, and price out anyone who isn't seriously looking at mining. People who are buying ASICs are strictly looking to make money through proof of work or mining. What ends up happening is that the biggest mining farms pool their collective power and try to influence the direction of the coin they are mining to better suit them. That's exactly what we just saw with Bitcoin, and thankfully enough people spoke out against what was an unpopular direction the SegWit2x fork was heading. So how that relates to VertCoin is that VertCoin is ASIC resistant, which means that VertCoin is not able to be mined with ASICs, instead having to be mined with a graphics card. What's important about that is that instead of a few people mining the coin who have ASICs, everyone has a graphics card in their computer, so theoretically it's more equitable. However, ASIC resistance is not ASIC proof. Given enough time and money, any consensus algorithm that relies on mining can have an ASIC developed for it. So I have to stop there and address that ASIC resistance is an almost religious topic in the crypto space. You're going to be very hard pressed to find a non-biased opinion about ASIC resistance, which is why I'm going to try very hard to be non-biased. Other YouTubers might say something like, VertCoin is ASIC resistant, and so that's good. Like and subscribe. But why is that good? What I found is that ASIC resistance has pros and cons, just like everything else. Clearly, it's not a one-size-fits-all solution because coins like Bitcoin and Litecoin seem to be okay with being mined with ASICs. On the topic of Litecoin, it was once touted as being ASIC resistant. Its script consensus algorithm relied on heavy use of memory, something that clearly favors graphics cards and inhibited previous ASICs, which could not overcome that limitation. But over time, especially as a coin captures more market cap, say above $1 billion, people are going to be a lot more interested in spending the time and money to develop an ASIC. The script algorithm started out as an ASIC resistant algorithm, but that isn't the case anymore. Because it is highly memory intensive, it was thought to be prohibitive to designing any ASICs for it. Initially, it kind of was. With cost of memory decreasing and the necessary research put in order to unlock the profit potential attainable using script-capable ASICs, that ASIC resistance has largely vanished. So is that a bad thing? People are able to more efficiently mine Litecoin now using ASICs than they were before with graphics cards. So to give that question and the topic of ASIC resistance a more objective look, I've put out another video addressing ASIC resistance under a pro-con lens. I recommend you check it out because I didn't want ASIC resistance to totally dominate this video about VertCoin. But if you really want to understand VertCoin, understanding ASIC resistance and the arguments on both sides will give you the best context as to why VertCoin exists and why ASIC resistance is important, whether or not you agree with the necessity of it. So go ahead, go check out that video, and I bet you'll learn some things, and maybe it will help you decide where you stand on this topic. Assuming you understand ASIC resistance, you know that there are certainly arguments for and against it, and VertCoin is one of the most prominent coins out there taking a stand against ASICs. It's in their DNA. Before I go further, and I know I've talked a lot already, I want to make it clear that I don't own any VertCoin, and I probably won't in the future. This isn't a video about blind shilling and why ASIC resistance and VertCoin are the best things ever. There's a lot of reasons against ASIC resistance, and I don't believe VertCoin is the best coin out there for an investor. But I think it's important as an investor to understand the role ASICs play in the market, and hopefully now you have a better sense of why that is. To VertCoin's credit, they foresaw these types of issues from the beginning and dedicated themselves to always allowing their users to control the network and remain ASIC resistant. They pegged themselves as the people's coin, and there's a lot of merit to that. VertCoin is based on the original tenets of cryptocurrency laid out by Satoshi, giving people a financial system they own. There's no large banks, manufacturers, or mining hardware that control VertCoin. Anyone can mine it to make a profit. VertCoin was forked from Litecoin, which was a fork of Bitcoin, and they have been developed by volunteers since 2014. There's no ICO or pre-mine, and instead the entire project runs on donations and volunteer efforts. The lead developer is currently pursuing his undergrad at MIT, and that's pretty cool. So VertCoin, being descended from Bitcoin, is fundamentally a currency, and as such they have multi-platform wallets, sending with low transaction fees, and a one-click miner. They were the first coin ever to implement stealth addresses, though they're still working on it. They were one of the first coins to activate SegWit. They were one of the first to run Lightning Network on their mainnet, and they believe they'll be one of the first to participate in atomic swaps. All very cool and bleeding edge crypto tech. Pretty obviously though, their main selling point and what really differentiates them from Litecoin is their iron resolve regarding ASIC resistance. They have promised that if any point an ASIC is developed or being developed, they'll change the mining algorithm, which will make that ASIC obsolete. This threat alone is usually enough to ward off any ASIC development. For example, Ethereum, Zcash, and Monero are mainstream cryptos that are ASIC resistant not only because they employ ASIC resistant algorithms, but also, and I believe this is more important, because they promise to switch algorithms if ASICs are developed for them, or moving to proof of stake in the case of Ethereum. Alright, so that's VertCoin in a nutshell. I know this video is primarily centered around the discussion of ASIC resistance, but I think that's more central to understanding VertCoin than just about anything else. I don't think VertCoin is a bad coin. In fact, I think it's a great coin. I think it's well overdue for stealing some other coins' thunder, such as Litecoin. I do believe we could see VertCoin at a $1 billion+ market cap within the next year as people get more and more sick of the politics surrounding ASIC coins and search for an alternative. And there's nothing out there with ASIC resistance like the people's coin, VertCoin. Alright, so thank you very much for watching. I hope this video was helpful and made you think a little bit. If you enjoyed the video, I'd be honored if you gave me a like. And if you're new here and want to continue to see high quality crypto analysis, by all means hit that subscribe button. And definitely check out my other videos too. I'm going to be publishing my new website and Telegram list soon, so guys, definitely watch out for that. Take it easy, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.